All right, welcome. And Nikita, we are starting with you because, as I said before we even got here, you have a very impatient mother-in-law that's like, me first. Is that who you wanted to talk to? I should ask because,
Um, I'm just here because something has been pulling on me, and this was the first available day in like the last month that I've been able to make it work. And so I just
divine
I'm
synchronization. I
here.
love it.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this connection exercise. Both feet flat on the floor.
Oops.
Oh, wow. See, spiritual
Sorry.
emphasis already. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. I love this lady, I gotta tell you. Sorry if I hit my microphone here. She's going really fast, I'll be honest with you. You remember the puzzle dump, right? I'm just gonna
Yes.
keep my eyes closed here for a minute because she's speaking really fast. She's like, keep up, keep up, keep up. First of all, she told me you were on a time limit. Now she's speaking really fast. And the thing is, once I've read for you a number of times for the same person, they don't keep taking me through their passing because she told me
Yes.
that she's not doing that again, that
Yes.
she's feeling good on the other side. She's all good. Now get to the messages I want to get to. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
She's holding a rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens. Again, I hit my microphone, or a date that happens once a year. I feel like one just passed, and then one is coming up, or she's put in like a month or so in between the 2 months. You don't have to have your eyes closed, hon. Now mine are
Okay.
open. It's just me. It's easier for me to see them that way. But she's like showing me there's a date that just passed and there's one that's coming up, and she's really excited for this. And then was one of your kids just sick? Do you have children?
Yes.
And was one of them just sick?
Um,
Because she's
not
like
really.
putting like a cloth on their head. Like I don't know if they had a
Oh,
fever or if they were sick or what, but she's putting the cloth on their head.
I would say my smallest one took a hit, well, took his daily hit to the head while he was running around earlier today, but otherwise we've been well.
No,
But
that makes perfect sense because this is
I
why I
will,
tell you guys they're talking to you, not me. They're just going to show me in whatever way they have to show me.
yes.
So she was there in that moment. She knew that. Now he's got a little goose egg.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a bruise.
She's like showing me. So I had three boys, right? And so I've seen some Whopper goose eggs. She's like
Yeah,
showing me that she helped with that so that it wasn't out to here, that she kind of helped shield that for you.
I believe them. They keep him alive. If it was not for our angels, he would not be here, and I know that.
Do you understand the dates? She keeps referencing the dates. What are those? What
Um,
does that mean?
when my husband and I just celebrated a wedding anniversary in October, and then her passing, anniversary is coming up in just a couple of days.
See, this is what I mean. This is why she brought you here today. You've been feeling that energy, and what you thought was, I just couldn't make it here before, it was just you weren't meant to be there before because she wanted you here as close to the date as possible. Isn't that
Yeah,
cool? Divine
I love it.
synchronization. And it's interesting that it's coming up. Is it the 1 year anniversary of her passing?
It'll be the third.
Because it feels like it has not been very long at all. And she said that her giving you the message of your son bumping his head is, and her helping with that is her way of letting you know she's not missing anything and that she's right there with you, hands on, because she's like saying that you can rely on her. Just so you know, you can rely on her. It feels like you were
I
busy doing
know.
something, your hands were full over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I have to run, I have an older, we homeschool, and so I have a 9-year-old that will stay home, while I run quick errands. And like I'm always talking like, keep them safe. Like, please be with, like,
Oh.
I know we need it. And I know that she's there. I love that.
That's what she wants you to know, that you're not on your own with this. And just so you know, she said, you're doing an amazing job with this. She just put the test on the fridge, which is my symbol for an accomplishment, getting really good grades on something, an achievement. And she's like making me feel like you're blowing yourself out of the water here. Like I'm feeling success. You said you run a homeschool?
Hmm.
Do you have other people's children as well?
No, this is our first year. It's something I've always talked about, but this was the first year
Oh.
we like went all in. And so it's just my daughter who's decided to stay home, but I have her and my toddler at home with me.
I think I understand that message now, that this is a big deal. This is a
Yeah.
huge achievement, even though, are you working from home? Because I can see you busy.
I work part-time as a nurse, and then I have like I'm doing uh my nurse life has pushed me into a holistic life that I do little odd and end things with too, that one day will hopefully be the business.
It will, let me tell you, because she's showing me that success is about to come in. This is why she's saying that. I was like, I don't understand big success with homeschool. What does that mean? It
Well, it's
means
a lot.
It means that even though I can feel the uncertainty when you're talking about doing the homeschooling and that how successful this is being now, and she's there to help you make sure that the kids are going to be all right. They might get a little bump on their head, but they're not going to have like a goose egg out to here, or they'll be
Yeah.
alive when you get home.
Yes.
And that you're rocking this out of the park because the success is coming in big time. She's using her energy to put you in the right place, right moment, right time. Hold on. Your husband's father is still here.
Yes.
Were they separated before she passed?
Yes, ma'am.
Because she's showing me the distance or space.
Mhm.
Um, she's showing me that her heart is free and that she loves this man. I don't know if they were friends here in the physical world or how you understand that, but she said, please tell her my heart is free and I have love again. And then I see my symbol for pride and the heart going around the family, which the heart is usually healing and reconnection. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh. I do.
She's very proud of her son. I feel like he found forgiveness there. And I think she's trying to say that she is so proud of the man that he becomes because or he's become because it takes a lot more strength to forgive somebody than it does to be mad at them. She needs him to know she sees this. She sees you guys and how amazing you guys are. She's like stronger together than ever before, which is why she's wishing you a happy anniversary. She gave you a new dress. Did you guys go out for your anniversary?
Yeah, we had our first 24 hours away in like 3 years.
Did you dress up a little bit?
Yeah, a little. We were supposed to go to a concert and it got canceled. So then we just went back to the hotel and went to bed, but we got dressed up and all the things.
Oh, see, she's like, I was there until you went to the hotel and then I pieced out, but you looked beautiful that night. Were you in a dress?
Uh-huh. Yes, I
See?
was.
She was there with you, celebrating with you guys. She's just incredibly proud of you guys and just is wanting to give you some reassurance. I think her big message here today was to let you know, remember that how uncertain you were a little bit about doing this homeschooling? You knew it was the right choice, even though you were a little bit afraid. You made your choice based on love, even though it felt like a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And now it's working out better than you could have ever expected. The same thing's about to happen with that business or that success that is about to come in. She's saying, make sure you do the same thing. Make your choice based on love. It might feel like you're taking a leap of faith, but the reward is huge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. As she's pulling her energy back, you're in Canada, right?
No, I'm in the
Oh,
US.
that's why. I'm so okay. That makes a lot more sense because she's giving you a pumpkin and she's like saying, make sure we bring pumpkin pie to dinner. And I'm like, what kind of dinner? And I'm seeing Thanksgiving.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, no, Thanksgiving was already done. And she gave me the stink eye. And I'm like, are you having a get together at the family or with the
Well,
family?
um, yes, but we're debating going to his dad's side. We've never spent any holidays with them, because out of respect for her while she was alive. And so we were debating going to Thanksgiving with them this year.
Sorry, that gives me chills and makes my mouth drop because I
Yeah.
don't know any of that. Everything she's talking about is for you guys to go and love, let him love his dad and get connected with his dad. She gives you her full blessing. She has nothing but love for the people on this side. It doesn't matter what she thought here. She was clouded by pain and stuff like that. She's not anymore. She wants her husband to have his dad. She's like, bring the pie, honey, bring the pie.
That's great.
She's definitely watching over you guys. She loves you so much. Now she's pulling her energy back. Any questions before she totally pulls her energy back?
I just want to make sure that uh, for my husband, I feel like this time of year is hard, just how he's very strong and prideful, and I just want to support him in the best way that I can. And I don't always know what that's one thing. I'm just like, help me, let me see.
She said, show him this and let him make his decision for himself. Because you and I did not speak about any of this before you sat down here. The only thing I knew is there was a lady walking by telling me that we had to hurry, you were on a time limit, and mom, 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 mom. That's all I knew. And then we started. And everything she said is exactly what it sounds like you've been wanting to, like, how do I help him with this? She needs him to know he's got her blessing, that from that side, he's already lost a mom. She doesn't want him to have to be apart from his dad too. That if they can find a way to have peace, that that will bring her peace on the other side as well. And you're not taking anything away from her. And when you said you didn't go out of respect for her, she said, yeah, and now it's time for this family to reconnect. And then as she's pulling her energy back, she's like, she kissed you on the cheek and she said, there is nothing you could do better than you are already doing. That you're an amazing wife and mother, and that she's just so grateful. She just like shows me that sign for gratitude over and like she's emphasizing it big time. She's like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to him, and he knows it too. It's like you guys reconnected on this anniversary. I can feel this connection coming in. And she's like, I'm just so proud of you. I just want them to know I'm so proud of you. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to let her pull her energy back and just remind him take the leap of faith. It will work out. I don't know why he needs to remember that, but it's about business. Keep it back here when it comes to that moment where you're either going to make a choice based on love for yourself and your family or a choice based on fear. Make it on love. It's going to feel like you're taking a leap of faith, but it will work out. When you make a choice based on fear, it will blow up in your face every time. She said,
that's
you'll
true.
know what that means.
Love
Now
that.
she's pulling her energy back. I hope that was helpful.
If I was gonna ask real quick, if we have just a few more minutes at all, I would like to see if my grandpa is available around. If he's, I would love to just know that he's okay, that he's
Did he smoke by any chance? Because
no.
as he steps forward, he's like,
He's always had a little gurgly and he always has something stuck in his throat.
okay, so this is him. See, when you ask for somebody to step forward, I can't just go, oh, sure, it's him stepping forward. He's got to give me a sign or a symbol that will only relate to him so that you can't make this shit up. But your grandma's still here in the physical world? Because he
Yes.
put the white blanket around her shoulders and hugged her, and he said, don't worry, I'm with her. It's okay. If you guys can't be with her all the time, I'm here with her. She's never alone. Not for a single moment. And then distance or space. Is grandma a bit of a distance away from you, or you can't always be
Uh,
with her?
well, just a little further outside of town. It's just harder to run. She lives in the country, so it's harder to, be going back and forth. And she's out there alone and a stubborn lady.
He's saying thank you, and he's taking me to Christmas time because I feel like people are bringing her or including her. I'm not sure what that means. I feel like somebody didn't take no for an answer. Almost like grandma wanted to stay and be by herself, and people, family are like, no, you're not. Come on, let's go. Do you understand that?
I think so, yes. There's been a couple things. She was just on a little weekend trip with my aunt and her mother-in-law, and she was just kind of like, well, didn't want to go, but we are like, go,
He's
please.
thanking you guys for that. He's like, give her something to do. You want her to stay here longer? Give her a purpose. Make sure she wakes up every day knowing that she has to do this on Christmas. She's got a chore for Christmas. Once they have a purpose, then that keeps them here. Feels like the family is worried that she's kind of given up. Do you know what I mean? Or that there's this feeling of like, I don't know if it's missing him, sadness. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just all still so new. We're all not really sure. She doesn't like to ask for help. She doesn't like to admit that she needs anything. And so it's just hard, like she doesn't, she's not a feeling kind of a person. So, is she super sad? Is there something better we could be doing for her? How can we support her when she says, I'm fine?
Stop asking her if she'll come with you and start asking her for help. Ask her, see, Grandma, I can't do this without you. Can you show me how to do this? I need your help with this. I can't do this alone, Grandma. I need your help with this. When you say, well, I want you to come with me, let's get you out of the house. Come on, Mom. She thinks you're doing it for her. She thinks that she's a pity party. Go to her and be like, I need your help. I am stuck. And now she's got a purpose. She's got something to help you with. Do you see the difference?
Yeah. And she's been helping when I'm at work. She keeps my daughter and they spend the days together
That's
on the
amazing.
couple days I work.
See, that's everything you could do right now. That is the best thing you could do for her is keep her active, keep her having purpose. She's not going anywhere anytime soon. And
No,
your grandfather passed this last year, like within the last
just
year or so?
in July.
Right. So, because he's saying give it a year or so. She's not used to living without him yet. Not that she's ever going to get used to living without him, but she's not used to being happy without him here. He shows me a 6. How long were they married?
Um, I think this coming year would have been maybe 65 years.
This is what I'm saying. I could see at least 60 something.
Yeah.
He's like, we spent, a lifetime together. It's going to take her some time to get used to being here. Um, without him here in the physical. And I think the other thing that she's struggling with, from what he's saying, is that there's a feeling of pride around her. She doesn't want to be a burden. She doesn't want anybody
Yeah.
to see her in that way.
Yeah.
And so the more you guys need her and the less you're trying to help her,
Yeah.
the better she will respond.
That makes perfect sense.
He's like, she's going to come over this. She's going to get extremely happy. She's going to come through this, especially when the baby is born. Who's having a baby?
My cousin and I are both due. Yeah, she's due in January, and my due date is the week of his birthday.
I can't see that. I didn't know that. He knows that. Do you see?
We found out on my mother-in-law's birthday that we were just talking to, and then our due date is the week of his birthday.
Oh my, do you see what I'm saying? Shivers up my whole
Big
body.
babies. Yeah.
And that is 2 dates as well that she's talking about. Wow. So you don't know the sex of this baby yet, then, hey?
Say that again.
Do you know the sex of this child yet? Because they're
We have
playing.
assumptions, but
Well, they're playing the Rolodex in my head. You know what I mean? They go pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. And I'm like, well, which one is it? And they're like, we're not telling you. It's supposed to be a
yeah.
surprise. And they
Yes.
know that if they even say it a little bit, I'll pick up on it. And they don't want me to
Uh-huh.
do that. Are you guys going to surprise right till the very end?
That is our intention, yes.
Oh, see that they know that because they're like, shut your big blonde mouth, Tracy. We're not telling nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, please know that they're with you and they're so incredibly proud of you. She's going to be okay, Grandpa said, especially once things get going and stuff and life starts coming back in.
Yeah.
Put her to use. She needs to be useful,
Yes.
not helped.
Fitting. Yeah. She's not helpless.
That's exactly it.
She
She's only
hates
in her
feeling that way.
70s, right? Because I keep
Um,
seeing like late
she's
70s.
early 80s, but she still gets around. Like she does all the things. Like she does great.
She's
We're
got
very
that
lucky.
energy. He's funny. He's like, she's got the energy of a like 60-year-old, he said. Forget 70s.
Yeah.
Uh, pulling his
Thank
energy
you.
back. I hope that was helpful.
That was great. I appreciate you so much.
You are so welcome. Now, I don't know whatever you have to do right now, but I'm not offended if you jump off here and go take care of it. They already told me before we even started.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have an amazing rest of your day,
You
hun.
too. Bye.
Bye. All right, Christina, we are coming to you, my friend. Do you have a focus today?
No.
You just want to see whatever Timmy has to say today?
Yeah.
It's interesting. He took me to the stomach, and I feel like I'm free in the stomach. That's interesting. Let's connect. I don't know what that means. Feet on the floor for me, hun. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, we have to do this again, hon. You got to turn your TV down in the background because that just completely blew away my focus.
Trace, turn the TV down. Hang on.
This is what it's like when people ask if they can bring children to my readings. It's like, no, and not because I'm trying to be rude, but because I can't focus on what's coming into my mind if something's blasting images in my mind at the same time. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
That's okay. That's quiet. Okay, are you ready to do this now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, I had to mute you for a minute here, hun, so I could connect because that TV's still screaming. Every time I go to do the connection exercise, there's the TV screaming here. Now, I have to tell you that there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. You come every single week. So sometimes what happens is they start to advance the messages here. And so, what I'm picking up here from just what's going on here is that you are asking for something or you've been praying for something, but you've got too much disconnection in between. You're not able to hear an answer because there's too much static in between. I'm going to unmute you again, or you have to unmute you now. I just had to mute you while I was trying to focus, but you can unmute now. Can you unmute it? Or are you yelling at your kid in the background? I'm a mom too, I get it.
No, it just wasn't working for a second.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I asked for a lot of things.
I know.
I don't not take advantage of that now.
You're what?
I don't not take advantage of that. I'm always asking.
So that's the thing, though. Sometimes you can ask for something, but you're not doing what you need to do to receive the answer. You follow me? Like I asked you to turn the TV down in the background, or like we asked to connect to spirit, but I couldn't because there's all this interference. So then I'm like, okay, turn the TV down. And you thought you did. But as soon as I start to connect again, interference, interference, interference. Do you see what I'm saying? You can keep trying to connect and you can keep asking all you want, but unless and until you clear the interference out of your path, you're not going to be able to hear the answer. Something you've been asking for, you can't hear because there's too much interference. So hold on, what exactly are they talking about here? Ah, interesting. You know what we were talking about before we even started to record, hun?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about here. Because you've been praying for a certain family member, but you're also
Mm-hmm.
feeling bad about the situation. You understand?
Yeah.
When you're praying for a situation to get better, but you feel bad about it, whatever you feel about it is what's going to grow and intensify. So you've got to find a way to send love and appreciation and forgiveness to that person and let go of it and keep it out of your mind. Every time it comes in and you feel sadness, that is preventing you from being able to get what you've asked for. That's the complicated part of this message. Then your grandma and Timmy stepped forward and pushed that energy back and said, just keep that back here because they're trying to help you answer your prayers for that individual. And this is being recorded, so I'm being very discreet here. But you have to feel good about the situation. Do you know what I mean? Even though it doesn't look good right now, sometimes things have to fall apart so better things can come together. So if you get all pissed off about the falling apart, it takes longer for it to come together better. So the trick is to be grateful that it's falling apart so you can rebuild it. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
It's funny because your loved ones, everyone, see, I can tell you guys are in the States, man. It's when is your Thanksgiving?
I think it's the 28th of November.
Because whenever there's a holiday coming up, all of a sudden your loved ones start picking out like different things about the holidays, wanting you to know that they're there with you as well. You're getting together with the family because they're putting the heart around the family. This is your mom's mom. No, your mom's mom is here. This is dad's mom, I believe. No wonder that message was
Yeah.
coming through. Um, anyway, there. Does your mom have an aunt on the other side? There is a
Sh
lady coming through above, but to the side of your mom that does not feel like it's on mom's side. And I know her mom's still here, so I don't know who that is to her.
I'm not sure.
And your mom has the breathing issues, right?
Yep.
Because this lady is putting, it feels like a mom's aunt, or because I'm
Is it
hearing,
her? Is it her grandmother?
well, I'm hearing sister, 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 sister. So I don't know if it's the sister, I don't know how that fits. It would be helpful if your mom is here. Maybe you can let her listen to this afterwards. All I know is there's a lady above your mom to the side. It could be grandma's sister. And because I'm trying to go explain this too much. Anyway, let's just stick to the message, okay? Because she's
Yeah.
putting the white blanket around your mom's shoulders. She's showing me the breathing that's going on with mom, that she's having trouble breathing. And I think she has oxygen or something. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And I can hear prayers that this is going to get better. This is getting better. I can see the oxygen coming off at some point. I feel like people have been praying for her. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Is she trying something new? Like, is there some new treatment
We
she's trying?
me and Amy have been trying to get her to walk throughout just the house. And obviously, because I told mom, I worked in healthcare for so many years. I'm like, if you stay in the bed, the breathing's going to get worse, not better. So you have to start moving around slowly. And eventually, you won't be so out of breath. And
Got
then
ya.
you'll be able to do it faster. But you just take your time so you can build it back up. So we've been doing that.
I think this feels like an aunt. I mean, it could be grandma's sister, maybe. All I know is this woman is stepping forward, thanking you guys for doing that because it is going to improve mom's breathing, is what she's saying, because of this treatment. The more she gets up and walks, you are absolutely right. That is part of the key in helping people get thriving again. If you just lay in your bed, you will lay there until the end. You know what I mean? Okay. It's funny. You sent me a picture earlier, and I saw this in the picture too, and Timmy's bringing it up again. Are you thinking of dyeing your hair or doing something with your hair?
No.
He's talking about your hair. Did you just get a haircut? Something like that. He's talking about, tell my mom I like it that way. There's some kind of change. But he also showed me thoughts, which is like when they take me here, it's my sign that you've been thinking about something.
I mean, a couple, maybe last week or the week before, my cousin offered to give me highlights.
See? And you didn't do it,
I haven't done it yet, no.
but you're
Not
going
yet.
to do it.
I want to, yeah.
It's hair color, right?
Yeah, I don't usually do it. I only do it once in a while.
But you're dating now too, right? Or
Not quite yet,
open.
but I'm gonna, yeah, eventually, yes.
Timmy's like, see, sometimes when you want to be to let's use this as an example. I'm ready to start dating. Well, before you're ready to start dating, they have to get you ready to be ready to start dating. I think one of the reasons that they are lining you up with just like even highlights, why is that relevant? Because they want you to feel beautiful and confident and ready to be ready to date. So that when you've got boys coming up whispering sweet nothings in your ear, you remember who you are and your worth. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're trying to get you confident again and feeling beautiful. They don't miss a thing. Oh, Timmy's bringing up your hand. He's showing me bending. I almost forgot about your finger, honey. Has it been doing better recently? Have you been able to bend it recently?
I can bend it somewhat. Still looks kind of weird. I can't make a full fist. My pinky sticks out. Doesn't bend all the way or nothing, but it's getting there slowly.
Hmm. He's watching over that as well. And then he gave you bacon. What the heck? This is how the messages change. Once I've read for you before and they don't tell me how they died over and over and over again. They tell you randomly specific things that are going on in your world. And in this case, I feel like he wants bacon. It's almost like, I don't know if you don't have any in the house. He's like, give my mom some bacon. Tell her I want bacon. Like, I feel like I'm craving bacon. How do you understand that?
I haven't had bacon in a while.
Did Timmy used to like it when he was little?
No,
Because
he
he
didn't
passed,
really,
I
he
was going to
never
say,
really ate bacon.
because he passed when he was like 18, but he's telling me how, or 18 months, but he's telling me how good it tastes. So in my head, I had 18 months olds as well. And I'm like, well, did you even taste bacon? So he's tasted it vicariously through you. I'm not sure what's coming up with the bacon. Are you making a big breakfast?
No, but he's been in my head a lot lately, and I know it's him because French toast popped into my head the other day. So I made homemade French toast.
God, yeah, he's adding bacon to the menu. It's funny, you can tell he's still little because our little children, what do they love the most that moms do? Feed them.
Yeah. Well, plus Jesus said to continue cooking because they can hardly keep him fed up there. So
Oh, he's like, bacon's expensive. I'll get you a deal, Mom. I'll get you a deal. Next time you go shopping, you're going to see it on sale for like, I don't know how much it is out there. Here, it's ridiculous prices in Canada. But he's going to get you a wicked deal.
food is outrageous here too.
One pack of bacon is $10 here.
Boy.
Yeah.
I knew how bad your prices were when um the whole thing with the PS5.
Yeah.
It was like $300 more than it was in here.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they got outrageous prices.
Your grandma's stepping forward. She kind of pushed Timmy out of the way. She's stepping forward. She gave you knitting needles or crochet needles. And I'm like, the girl's got a gimpy finger right now. Grandma, what are you doing here? She's like, she can learn. She can learn. Feels like you need something to do while you're bored, if that makes sense. And I think she did something like that when she was here because she's like trying to share that with you so that
To
you'll
be
have something
honest,
to do.
I don't ever remember grandma doing that.
She's showing me the knitting, the crochet, the needle point, something like that, and she's giving it to you. Have you been bored a little bit lately?
Sometimes, not always.
And then I
I've
go
been
to,
wanting to do a lot of cooking.
I get that, but you're also being influenced to like Knit or
I don't know.
crochet.
Maybe it'll help strengthen my finger. I mean, even though it's the pinky, I don't know.
You know what? You're so smart. As soon as you said that, I heard, see, she gets it. What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be the translator. Oh, just know that they're with you. They're loving you up. They're going to Thanksgiving dinner with you. Um, and very proud of you for all that you've overcome already and reminding you about what I said earlier that you can't get to reconnection and joy if you're too pissed off about the falling apart of everything. Be grateful for that, and that tunes out all the distraction and connects you with what you've been wanting and praying for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then you and I will have a conversation in a day or so about the other stuff we were talking about before we started recording. I'm going to let them pull their energy back, though, hon. I hope that that was helpful.
It was, thank you.
You're welcome. And for all of you watching, this is where I stop the recording, and I will see you guys all again next week. Have a beautiful rest of your week.